Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. If it's work you need, I enjoy this work well enough, but sure thing, it's yours for a day. Take a look. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
What can I get you? I think I've got some much needs scrubbing. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
How goes the begging? Today, Brenuin.
That's right. Mock the town beggar like everyone else. But I've got a right to browse, don't I? I ain't hurting anyone.
Make it quick. I don't want your stink driving my customers away.
The gods smile on them who show charity. Best you remember that.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Not now, I'm working.
Ah, you're always working. Why else would I spend so much time here?
Mikhail is quite the songbird. Maybe he's the reason you're here all the time.
You
Don't
know
take
what's
this
wrong
the
with
wrong way,
Skyrim these
huh?
days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
I
What's the
ain't
matter?
done nothing.
You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
at the stand early today, Mama?
I'm afraid not, little fairy. The fruit has about another day left before it spoils. We've got to sell as much as we can as soon as we can. It's always true.
know if you need anything.
Oh,
or
there
take a seat
once
by the
was a
fire
hero
and I'll
named
send someone
Ragnar the
over.
Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of seal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. No offense.
Fresh-baked loaves.
All I can
Still
think
warm
about is
from
my
the
son,
oven.
my Thor. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those battle-born, they're in with the Imperials.
Those
They know it
ripples
too,
who sold me the
and
other
yet
day
they
were
lie to
delicious.
my very face.
Aren't they? I always set some aside for myself when the traders bring them up from the south.
You
I
take
work with
care
my
of
mother.
yourself.
Charge double
Sell
for those
fruits
and
and
still
vegetables.
sell them all within a
It's
week.
fun most days.
You're right.
Hard work.
I'll have to remember that the next time I get a shipment in.
Chops and steaks fit for a jarl. It's my special.
Heard they're reforming a Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Welcome to War Maidens. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Good doing business with you. We've got small weapons as... You look like maybe you need a new weapon. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? right then.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work. Battleborn, give me your money.
I don't have any money.
You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose. 10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn, or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
No, please! I really don't have any money, Braith. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
So you can cast a few spells. Am I supposed to be impressed? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch the magic!
We are the children of man. Talos is the true god of man, ascended from flesh to rule the realm of spirit. The very idea is inconceivable to our elven overlords. Sharing a with man? Ah, they can barely tolerate our presence.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Well, let's see. Travel-stained clothes, worn souls, blank and unintelligent expression. Yes, in fact you do. I believe I am, yes. Ah, that reminds me. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? Well, let's see. travel-stained clothes, worn soles. I believe I am, yeah. Ah, that reminds... Would you be so kind as to deliver the... Well, let's see. Travel-stained... Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, we must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice.
shouted him apart.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Feeling sick?
Trouble?